many, many years ago, I had a friend that brought this other person to church, and we were right behind them, but the guy was going through DTs, and I had never seen somebody going through that, and he was just lying out. It wasn't, they had just chairs, but it was like he was in the pew in front of me, and he was so miserable. And looking at him, I could understand why, if you had that he was experiencing, that if you knew that you could just take another little thing of alcohol and then stop that process, you would do it. I mean, it was totally understandable why, when somebody gets to that position, that they would want to just stop the process by getting more alcohol. And I think that's what we're doing with oxalate, is that when we, we feel that I feel so good when I'm doing my spinach smoothies, and then they quit doing the spinach smoothies, and the next day they feel horrible. And that's because the body's going, oh, now finally I can get rid of it. And so it starts to put it out in the blood, and then you feel horrible. So this is a problem with this process, and it's why, through experience, I mean, we've talked to more than 50,000 people reducing oxalate, and we quickly learned that you do not need to get a low oxalate list and suddenly go on a low oxalate diet. We do not approve of doing that, because we've talked to too many people from the emergency room. And I am serious. They call me from the emergency room, and what they tell me is the emergency room doctor does not know what to do, because they're not familiar with it. Okay?
So, I mean, they're just looking at a person detoxing from oxalate and are like, I have no idea.
They have no idea.
I thought you were healthy.
No, and this one man, this just really broke my heart. And he was, I mean, I don't know how old he was, but he was pretty old. And he decided to just quit eating oxalate, altogether, against our recommendations, because we don't tell anybody to do that. And what he did is he ended up in the emergency room. And what they did is they put him in a room by himself for 4 hours. And they did nothing to him. They just said he had a psychiatric problem. And then when he got home, he got a bill for $5,000. And it put him into bankruptcy.